Welcome to Analog Microelectronic Circuits lecture. This is lecture 13, and from last two lectures we are working on problems on bipolar amplifiers. So in yesterday's class we have done a problem on common emitter amplifier. I hope you are clear with this approach. So what we will do now is we will go to the question number 6 and 7. So let me start with question number 7 first. So question number 7, yeah, I'll just redraw the diagram here. I hope all of you have the tutorial sheet with you. So I request you to draw the question, draw the circuit diagram along with me. This is plus 20 volts. This is 47K. This is 6.8K. And here you are applying the input. This is V in. And the other data about this transistor, beta is 150, R naught is 40K, right? And the emitter resistance value is 2K. The question is again determine IB, IC, RE, Zin, Zout, and AB voltage gain. These are the parameters to be evaluated, right? So the very first thing is, as we have analyzed the previous question, the very first thing is, okay, Carmichael, can you tell me what I need to do first?
Yes, sir. First, we have to find we have to do a DC analysis for the question.
Yeah, DC analysis we have to do, but before doing DC analysis, we should have a clarity on the type of amplifier, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what type of amplifier is this?
Common collector.
Yeah, this is a common collector amplifier. So let me write the type here. The topology is common collector amplifier, because this will give a clarity on how to perform the small signal analysis, right? Then we have to start with our DC analysis only. Yes, that is correct, Karan. So to start with the DC analysis, I hope in the last class we all of you have participated in working out the numerical. So I hope you can do the same today also. So the first part in DC analysis is you have to transform, or you have to apply Thevenin's theorem and transform these two resistance into its Thevenin equivalent. So that I'll do first. So we have to convert this into VTH voltage, and this is RTH, and this is a transistor with the same 2K resistance here, collector connected to 20 volt, right? So since it is DC analysis, I am considering the capacitors to be open, because capacitors will give a very high reactance to DC. So capacitance will remain open, and the equivalent circuit for the DC analysis is this, and the transistor is with a beta of 150. Now, can I get the value for VTH here? What is VTH and RTH in this case? VTH and RTH. Yes, Kirtana, let me check your answer. Yeah, RTH is 5.9K, very good, 5.9K. And VTH is 2.527, yes, 2.527 volts, yes. So RTH is, this is 2.527 volts and VTH is 5.9K. Now with these values, actually you can find the current IBIC, and in fact you can find all the terminal voltage and current. So if you find IB and IC, automatically you can find what is VB and what is VE, right? So for that, let me solve it here. To find IB, what I will do is I'll actually write a loop here. and the loop equation to the base. This is actually the base loop. Base loop is VTH minus IB into 5.9K minus 0.7 minus 151 into 2K into IB equal to 0. So let me just mark the polarity. Right. So this will give you the value of IB. So if you're getting IB value after solving this, let me know what is IB value. You can post in the chat box. IB is 5.93 micro. Yes, it is 5.9394. Okay, 94 microamps. IB is 5.93 microamps. So with this, I can write what is IC and what is IE. Can I get the values of IC and IE? So IC is beta IB and IE is beta plus 1 into IB. Yes, Kirtana. IC is 0.89 milliamps. This is 0.89 milliamps. And IE is, yeah, it will be a little more higher. It is 0.895 milliamps. Right. So this is IB, IC, and IE. All right. So we evaluated the currents IB and IC. So since IB, IC, and IE are known, we can find these terminal voltages. This is anyway connected to 20. You can find what is VE. You can find what is the VB voltage also. So only VB voltage I'll write here because there is a tendency to write VB voltage directly as 20 into 6.8 divided by 6.8 plus 47. That is not correct. So VB is actually VTH minus 5.9K into IB. That is VB value. You can evaluate it, right? Now, so DC analysis part is over. Now, if I want to start AC analysis, I should be ready with the small signal parameters. So the very first small signal parameter, what I need here is GM or RE. Both are same. So if it is RE, I can write it as VT by, or GM only will write. Both are related, right? GM is equal to 1 by RE or it is alpha by RE. The relation is this. So can I get the value of GM? So what is GM, Charan Kumar?
Yes, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Yeah. Or GM or RE, anything.
RE is 29 ohms, sir.
Yes. So how to define RE? How did you get the value of RE? Charan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How did you get the value of RE? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How do you find RE? Oh, you have the answers with you.
VT by IE.
Hmm?
VT by IE.
VT by I. What is VT here? What is VT? You are not audible, Charan. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Charan, tell me first. What is VT? All right, so VT is 26 millivolt, right? And IE is 0.895. So that will give you RE. So what is GM value? Okay, GM is 34.23. All right, 34.23 milliamps per volt. That is GM. Done, right? So we are ready with the small signal parameters now. Now we can do AC analysis. So for AC analysis, you have to draw the equivalent circuit. So R0 is given, so we'll include R0 also in the equivalent circuit. So this is the equivalent of transistor. We have GM V pi here, and this is controlled by voltage V pi, which is across the resistance R pi. Now I need to include R0 also here. This is the equivalent of transistor. Now I'll modify this according to the equivalent circuit here. Karan, are you there? Karan is absent. Okay. Mihir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mihir, can you tell me how to draw the rest of the equivalent circuit?
Uh, yes, sir. I'll try, sir.
Yeah. So you have the circuit diagram with you, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me.
So I'm not able to.
Not able to tell?
No, sir. I'm not getting it.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I'll explain it here. So here, this is your circuit diagram. At emitter, you have to add this 2K resistance. So this is the 2K resistance which has to be connected here. Now, a second. Now, then you have the resistance RTH. So that has to be connected to this point from here to ground. This is your RTH. Let me add the value of RTH here. What is RTH? It is 5.9K. This is 5.9K. Now towards at the emitter, at the collector side, collector is connected to a DC voltage, so this will become ground, right? And this is the input point V in, and this is the output point V out, right? So this is the equivalent circuit now. Now we can go ahead and write the equations for. So if you can see that you need to find Z in, Z out, and AV. Let me first find AV here. So you can look back for the collector, common collector derivation part. So you can see that V out is the voltage across this emitter, but this R0 is also coming in parallel to this 2K, where this R0 value is close to 40K. This is 40K. Now when I write the expression for AV, remember AV is equal to GM into RE parallel R0 divided by 1 plus GM into RE parallel to R0. This is the expression what we have, right? Yeah. So can you solve it and tell me what is the answer for this? We have all the values. GM value we have, capital R is there, R0 is there, so you can find evaluate this. This will result in the voltage gain for the circuit. Yeah, point 0.9, okay, 0.985, 0.98. Yeah, I am getting 0.973. I'll write that's 0.98. Yes, 0.98 is the voltage gain, right? Now, now we need to find what is the input impedance here, Z in. So if you look at, okay, let me check with one of you. Joel, are you able to tell me what is the input impedance formula?
Oh, yes, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
So beta plus 1,
Hmm.
RE plus RE.
RE plus RE.
RE plus RE. Remitter resistance.
Yeah, so what is input impedance? Input impedance is the impedance seen from this side, right? So when we did the analysis or the formulas, what we have written when we did the simple network will be slightly different because you have some additional resistance here, right?
Yes, sir.
The formula what you are reading out now from the book, we did not consider R naught. Remember?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and this 5.9k resistance was also not there.
Yes, sir.
Right. So the value what you are telling is actually from here. The input impedance looking from this point, what you are telling is beta plus 1 into Re, which is actually R pi, plus beta plus 1 into capital Re. That is right. What you told is right. So let me write that here. Beta plus 1 into Re plus Re, whatever Joel mentioned now, is the right formula. But there is slight modification to that formula because now Re, there is one more resistance. R naught is also coming in parallel to Re, right? So I'll just modify this formula as Re dash, and I'll mention that Re dash is actually Re parallel to R naught, right? Because these two are in parallel. Now the entire thing is in parallel to 5.9k also. So that also I need to add here. So that way, for this specific circuit, the input impedance formula will slightly vary as this. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So, can you tell me what is the formula? What is the final value for Z in? Anyone can give me the answer. Z in. I hope you understood how I have written the Z in formula. If you have doubts, you can ask. So this Re dash is nothing but Re parallel to Ro because this Re and this Ro both are coming in parallel. 290.1k. Whether Madhusudan, did you include this RTH also?
Yes, sir.
You included?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let me check that one. Any other answers you are getting? Yeah, 5.922k. Oh, it's not 5.922k. Yeah, I think it is close to that. You may get 5.82. Yes. Madhusudan, can you check? Uh,
Yes, sir. I will check again. I think
yeah,
there is a
please. Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah. So your RE dash is RE. RE is 2K, 2K parallel to 40K. This will be close to 1.9K, somewhere that, and plus small r into beta plus 1. I think beta we have taken as 150, right? 150. Yeah, beta is 150. I think you should get Z in as 5.82K. Yeah, because whatever huge resistance you have, including RTH, it will be less only because of this biasing resistors. Or one of you can tell me what is the resistance value without this RTH? only for this beta plus 1 into RE plus RE dash, what is the value?
So that's 291.3 K.
Oh, 291.291.
3.
I think that is what Madhusudan got, right? Yeah, check this one. So that is Z in. Similarly, you can find Z out also. So let me write Z out here. Z out value is yeah 290. I think without RTH it is 291. Kirtana, can you check once? I think you will get close to 290. Yeah. Now Z out. Yeah. So what is Z out here? Output resistance. So we know that output resistance is the resistance. Okay, so when you evaluate output resistance, one thing to be noted here is when you evaluate output resistance, the procedure is you have to short the input. So you have to, okay, I'll just redraw this diagram because this may create some confusion. Yeah, so when you evaluate output resistance, what you have to do is you have to short the other sources. So that means this should be replaced by a ground. When this is replaced by a ground, the effect of this resistance itself is not there. Now we have to connect a test voltage here, but you can see that the resistance 2K and 40K both are coming in parallel to this test source. So I'll keep R0 parallel, RE separate. Then I'll evaluate what is V test by I test. So when I evaluate that, I'll get that V test by I test is nothing but RE, or it is 1 by GM, because the resistance looking into the emitter is 1 by GM. So I'll write that in parallel to this, which is 1 by GM or RE. That will give you the output resistance. This is R out. So R out is equal to, I think you will get close to 28.5 ohms. That is your R out value. You can check, it is 28.5 or somewhere very a low value you will get. So if you guys are getting this as the answer, please let me know. 28.5 or a very close answer. Are you getting this answer? All right, yeah. So you can check, and if you're not getting, please let me know. We can discuss, or I can help in that. So this is question number 7. Let me go back to question number 6, and question number 6 is this. This is 20. This is V in. This is V out. Beta equal to 140, and given that this is a silicon transistor, 29.1. All right, Bhavana. Yeah, close answer. It's 28, 29. All those are fine. Yeah, there is a. This is the V out point. Now the question is to calculate the same RE, Z in, Z out, AB. For all this, given that R0 can be assumed as 20K, right? So let me ask this question to Nitin. Nitin, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Nitin, can you tell me what amplifier configuration is this? Nitin? Hello?
Is it C?
How will you identify whether it is C or not?
So
How
like
will you identify that? Yeah.
the source is at ground, no sir.
Source is not at ground. There is no source terminal here. This is emitter terminal.
Oh, sorry.
And to emitter terminal, you have a resistance connected. Yeah. So which amplifier type is this? Ashwit, are you there? Ashwit. Hello, Ashwit. Hello, Ashwit. Ashwit, you are not there. Okay. All right. Okay. So this amplifier is actually common emitter. Can I get answers from others in the chat box? Is this common emitter amplifier? Yeah, this is common emitter with degeneration. Yes, there is a degeneration resistance. So I'll identify this as common emitter amplifier with a degeneration resistance. All right. Now, so to proceed with this, to evaluate the RE, Z in, Z out, everything, first we have to do the DC analysis. So let me start with DC analysis now. So DC analysis is little easy compared to the other thing because we do not have a voltage divider bias, so no need to find Thevenin equivalent. You can straight away we can write down the loop equations and you can get the answers for IB, IC and IE. So let me draw the DC equivalent here. This is 390. This is your BJT. This is 20 volts. This is 390K. This is 2.2K. This is 1.2K. And yeah, because capacitor will provide a large reactance that will remain open, and this is the equivalent circuit for a DC analysis. Now, using this, you have to evaluate the IB, IC, so that you will get all the currents. Then you can evaluate the small signal parameter. So, can you give a try and let me know what answer you are getting for this?
Pardon, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Go ahead.
Sir, could you just visit the last question once? I did not see the answer for R out. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. R out is this 28.5.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. So how to? Yeah, you are getting answers, right? IB. So what to do here? We can actually, as I informed you yesterday, as I told you yesterday, you have to consider the base loop. So I'll take this loop equation here. So it is 20. Current is flowing in this direction, right? So this is only current, which is base current. So minus IB into 390K, IB into 390K minus 0.7 minus beta is 140. So 141 into IB into 1.2K is equal to 0. I hope you are getting this is IB and this is IE, and the relation of IB and IE is beta plus 1 times, right? So if you solve this, you will get IB as 34, right? Yeah, 34.5 micro. That will give you a value for IE as what is IE value? 4. Yeah, this 4.86 milliamps. You can evaluate IC also. Now from this you can write the value of RE, or it is 1 by GM. Approximately it is 1 by GM. You'll get the value. So what is the value of RE? What is the value of RE? Yeah, 5.3 ohms. Very good. It is 5.3 ohms. So RE is done. Now we can go. Now we can find the input and output impedance of, and voltage gain for this circuit. Now we haven't done this in class. So whenever you have a circuit of common emitter with degeneration, we haven't done the this part. So let me draw the equivalent circuit for the equivalent circuit first. So I asked you to do same as MOSFET. So this is GMV pi. Now this is R pi. We have a resistance here, output resistance, which is R naught. Right. So this is equivalent what I have. Now, if I modify this equivalent circuit with respect to the given circuit diagram, I need to add 1.2K resistance here. But I'll as of now I'll call it as RE only. Later I'll substitute the value. Now at the output I have one resistance which is again 2.2K, that is also connected to ground. I'll put this as RC and this is V out. And at the input side, you have 390K, that is again from base. This is 390K. Let me call this as base resistance RB, and this is the V in point. Right. All right. So, any questions so far? Yeah. So you can see that V in is the voltage which is applied. The V in voltage is coming across RB, which is same as the voltage across R pi plus RE, right? So these two are in series, R pi and RE are in series. Or your V in is actually coming across this R pi and RE also. So before taking out the values and before bringing out the values, let me just go with the derivation and let me get the expression for this, because we haven't done this before. Now, one thing I want to make a note here is, so we will do this analysis by slightly modifying the equivalent circuit of BJT. So we can actually do with the same equivalent circuit, but I want to make you familiar with the other form also. So what we will do now is we will slightly modify the equivalent circuit in the form where I can write this GMV pi in a different way. Okay, so we have this GMV pi here, right? So GMV pi can be equated to beta into IB. GMV pi can be equated to beta into IB. So let me see what is beta. What is beta? Beta is GM into R pi. Right. What is IB? IB is a base resistance that is equal to V pi divided by R pi. Right. Because IB is the current which is flowing here. So IB is this current. Now if this is V pi by R pi is IB. Right. So by combining this, I can substitute for GMV pi. I can substitute what is called as beta I. So this is what the usual model what you see in almost all textbooks. So I am just replacing this as beta IB. All the previous analysis also you can do with beta IB. But why we have followed this GMV pi model is because this the result will be similar to our BJT, sorry, MOSFET circuit. That is the reason we have taken the same model here. Now this is equal to, this is RE and this is equal to R pi. Right. So for the time being, I'm actually keeping this RB away because RB is anyway coming across V in only. So I'll mark this as V in. This is anyway V in only. I'll keep RB for the time being. I'll keep it away just for the ease of the analysis. Now what I'll do here is I think you can follow the. We'll do the same analysis what we have done for MOSFET common source with degen. This is IB. And this is beta IB, or which is IC, and which is flowing here with this IE current. Right. So the very first step is, can one of you unmute and tell me what will we do when we have this kind of configuration, when you have beta IB and R0 in parallel, and if we need to solve it for V out by V in, what we did in the case of MOSFET based in MOSFET amplifier common source region.
So source transformation. We convert into a voltage.
Yeah, yes, very good. We converted this into, so let me take this diagram. We converted this into, yeah, so we converted this into an equivalent voltage source of value beta IB into R naught in series with the resistance here R naught. This is what we have done. This is V out and this is R naught. This is RC. Right. Now, I'm taking this, I'm rewriting the same steps what we did for common source with regeneration. First, I'll write what is this current I, because V out, okay, I can write here V out as the voltage across RC. So since this is the current direction what I have here, and if I am assuming this as I can say I is equal to the voltage in that loop is beta IB into R naught divided by R naught plus RC plus RE. This is I. Right. Now, first I will write what is V out. I can write V out as minus I into RC, and I substitute it for I. Right. Now, so I is written as beta into IB into R naught by R naught plus RC plus RE. Since to handle this big equation, I'll rewrite this I as some beta dash into IB. Right, I'll rewrite this as beta dash into IB, where beta dash is equal to beta into R naught by R naught plus RC plus RE. This is just for our ease of calculation, right? So it is beta dash into IB. Now I can write what is my V out. So what is my V out? I can write V out as minus beta dash into IB into RC. Right. So this I have, V out I have. Now the next step is to write what is V in. So what I want to find here is voltage gain V out by V in. So let me write what is V in here. So how to write V in? V in is equal to the drop across R pi plus drop across RE, where the current here is only IB, but here the current is IB plus IC, or which is equal to IE. So I can write V in as IB into R pi. R pi is actually beta plus 1 into RE plus there is two currents. So one current, okay. Let me write this current instead of IC, since I marked it as I, this is I current. So I'll write this as I plus IB into RE. Right. So V in is actually this loop, voltage across R pi plus voltage across RE. This is V in. Now, since I know V out and V in, I can take the ratio. But when I take ratio, it should actually okay. Before doing that, let me substitute for I there, because I
Sir?
need to yes, go ahead.
Should be I plus IE, no, sir?
No, what is here? What is the drop here across RE? IB is coming from here and IE is coming from here. So I plus IB, which is equal to IE.
Yes, sir, got it.
Yeah, all right.
Sir, for the first current equation, I is equal to beta IB
Yeah.
R. In that, why have you taken RE as like the current through RE is IE, no? So it will be IB plus IE.
All right. Okay, current through this is equal to, this current is equal to I plus IB, right?
Yes, sir. Then this current equation will be wrong, right? Wrong means you have to add extra terms for I.
Yeah, we need to add a term there, right? Yes, very good. Let me check. So
And
the current,
if we include the other resistor for V in,
which resistance?
the
Yeah,
the
we
one
can
in
include that. That can be included even at the end, right?
yeah, then we can just write V in by that resistance is equal to IB.
No, we can write that, but the thing is, we need a concise formula which includes R pi also, because the resistance RB what we added now is an external, in the sense that comes from the biasing part, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So if we omit this R pi, we may not, we may not get a concise, very what to say, compact formula.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So here what I have done is actually I have neglected this current IB, right? Because if you write this this loop here as no, now I have written this current I as beta IB R naught, the voltage source, divided by the sum of these three resistance. Yes. So let me take this current as it is. Let me see what can be done at the end. Yeah. So IBR pi plus. Let me complete this. I'll come back. Now I plus IB. So where I is again beta dash into IB plus IB. Right. I hope this is making some sense. This is V in. Right. So let me write it by taking all values together. Beta plus 1 into RE. Plus beta dash plus 1 into IB into RE. This is V in. Now I have V in here and V out is there in terms of beta dash. So let me write what is V out by V in. So V out by V in is equal to minus beta dash IB into RC divided by IB into beta plus 1 into RE plus beta dash plus 1 into IB into RE. Right. Or now this can be written as, I can cancel the IB, I can write this as minus beta dash into RC divided by beta plus 1 into RE plus beta dash plus 1 into RE, which is the voltage gain expression for this, a common source with degeneration, common emitter with degeneration. Right. So RC, small re, capital RE, and beta dash, again I know how to evaluate beta dash. I have all the parameters with me. Now you can substitute the component values and get the voltage gain expression. Now, as some of you pointed out, if I take, since I need to consider the current IB through this, that may slightly vary this. So if I try to include that here, yeah, I hope that will not make much difference because the current coming from here is IB. So whenever we took the numerical examples before, we saw that, yeah, so we saw that the difference is this much. So this is IE current and this is IB current. So 4.86 milli and this is 34.5 micro. So that since that is not making much difference, I'll be keeping this formula as it is. But if you want, we can actually check with the value substituted to what effect is there in the final gain expression. We can check that. Yes, Subramanian, so can you subtract IB dash? Right. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can include that as well. But what I'm telling is that may not. No, we cannot directly subtract IB dash in the final expression. You have to include here itself, and we can do that. But I don't think that will make much difference. Let us evaluate it. So this is AV. Now what we can do is you can substitute the component values and get the answer for this. Right. Now, can you tell me what is input impedance for this circuit? Input impedance. Input impedance is the impedance measured at the input side, and we have already written the equation here. This is the equation what we already have, because V in by IB will actually give you input impedance, but you have to take that in parallel to the previous the resistance what we omitted. Yes, Rajat, that is right. So input impedance Zin is equal to, it is not only R pi, it is not only R pi, Rajat. We have to take RB into account and then this entire value. So your input impedance is the previously kept RB in parallel to this V in by IB, that is beta plus 1 into RE plus beta dash plus 1 into RE. This will be the input impedance formula. You can find it. You can write that. Now, yeah. So now the output impedance formula, we have written it before also in the last, I think we have done it. Yeah, this is the expression R pi parallel to Re. So let me write that output impedance formula here. Here you have R0 and RC, right? RC is there. Okay, so let me write it in this form: Re dash plus 1 plus Gm into Re dash into R0, the entire thing in parallel to RC. Well, let me write what is this Re dash also. This Re dash is nothing but beta plus 1 into Re. All right. So any doubts?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I think this is, or you can write this as R pi parallel to Re. Yeah, this is more clear. Yes, go ahead.
In previous diagram,
Yeah.
sir, that I is loop current.
Hmm.
Then in V we can take I plus IB as IC plus IB now. I is loop current there.
Which is loop current? IE. Yeah.
No, I.
I is actually the current flowing from here. That current plus IB is flowing through Re.
So then according to this equation, I is equals to beta IB R naught by.
Okay.
According to that, I will be loop current now.
Which loop current? Output loop.
Yeah, output loop current.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Then in V in equation, we should write IC plus IB into RE now.
But V in equation is on the input side, right? I have taken into account that. You can see that. So what? How I have written V in? IB into R pi plus I plus IB into Re only I have taken. And I have replaced I as beta dash into IB. Is it clear, Madhusudan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So check the values. Let me know what answers you are getting. Let me. I'll do one thing. I'll keep the answers here. I think your voltage gain you will get close to minus 1.8. Input impedance is somewhere close to 105 kilo ohms, and output impedance is actually 2.19 kilo. Like this. So check this and let me know whether you are getting the same answers. So we'll see you in the next class. Thank you for joining today.